Number 2 for the last 5 years, and tonight they go head-to-head on the world's biggest stage.
Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer.
How sweet it is. The 2009 Australian Open men's final will be the ultimate showdown. An eagerly awaited contest between the best tennis players in the world, Rafael Nadal and the great Roger Federer. He's won the Roland Garros title 3 times and Wimbledon once. Roger's beaten Nadal twice at Wimbledon. The King of Clay playing the King of Grass on hard court tonight on Rod Laver Arena. 18 times they've met in their career. 12 times Nadal has triumphed. 6 times Federer. The last, the Wimbledon final epic. 9-7 in the 5th. There's an epic wait tonight, probably. Vamos, Rafa, vamos. It is the Spanish man taking on the Swiss master. Let's hear what they've got to say with Todd Woodbridge.
Evening, Roger. There must be plenty of motivation for you going into tonight's final.
Well, absolutely. I think it's the first time I'm playing number 1 in the world in the finals, you know, for a Grand Slam. So that's a new thing for me. And obviously we got the, you know, history books right there in front of me, and I'm just excited playing my biggest rival. So I'm really excited. I hope we're going to do well and get off a good start.
Have a great match.
We hit to win these last 2 points were exquisite.
Certainly were, and I don't think we can underestimate the significance of the crowd here tonight. They are very much pro-Federer. They're certainly not anti-Nadal, but they're pro-Federer, and that's going to give him quite a lift.
Yeah, well played. You can hear that from Federer. No, I agree. And it's not as though they don't like Nadal. It's like most of the locker room would. They like both these guys, but they would really like to see Federer equal this record and then have the opportunity to break it, because these 2 boys have meant so much to the sport over the last 4 or 5 years.
I think there's no question that I'm one of them. I'd like to see Federer at least join Sampras's record. He certainly deserves that.
Same here. I think that sentiment's felt.
Oh, the forehand now finding the range after missing by a wide margin early in that last game. The last 3 or 4 have been timed to perfection.
Let for service.
That's the serve that he needs, but he needs it wider than that. That's not good enough where that one landed. He's got to get it wider than that. That's not good enough there.
Oh, has he made it? He has.
Mr. Federer can use the corner of the left baseline. Ball was gone in.
Challenge here from Federer. Hasn't been very lucky in these challenges throughout the tournament. It's out. Good challenge.
29 millimetres out.
40-30.
169 kilometres an hour, that ground stroke. That's moving.
Keeps going to that backhand, and that's the tactics. He will try and break that shot down.
It's very difficult for a one-handed player to constantly hit backhands up at shoulder height, no matter how good you are. And that's the perfect strategy for Nadal.
Jaroslava Vavrinec, Roger Federer's partner, long-time partner.
This is the strategy that we talked about earlier. Get the first serve in out wide and go for it. You've got to take the risk. But the serve, I feel, has got to get a little bit better than that one as well. Not wide enough.
Yeah,
Federer still with the running. We're on serve. It's 3-2 in the opening set.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to both players, don't make any call during the play. Thank you.
So a little piece of controversy brings us to a third championship point for Nadal to add another page to the history books.
Federer wanted to hit that ball.
4 hours and 23 minutes. It's another 5-set epic from the two best players in the world. Rafael Nadal wins in Melbourne at the Australian Open for the first time. The first ever Spanish champion down under.
Well, quite a marvellous effort from this young man. As Peter mentioned, the first Spaniard to win down here, and that's him over there with his fans and his Uncle Tony, coach, and right in front of him, GE Money, the sponsor, and that's a lot of money, and he is now the #1 player in the world. Undoubtedly, he has beaten Federer on all surfaces, and Jeff, I just think in the last couple of games there, Federer really never put any pressure on him. He came back and won a couple of match points, but a very, very disconsolate Roger Federer after the defeat tonight. After that long match the other night, Federer, I'm sure, felt he was going to go into that the favourite and win yet another Grand Slam, and it hasn't worked out for him.
Yeah, very disappointed. I think he realises now that his chances of winning a 14th Grand Slam and matching that record of Sampras are diminishing. This man Nadal, as you said, has his measure now on all three surfaces, and it was the serve again of Federer here tonight that really let him down. 52% of first serves into play was just not going to get the job done, but what an effort from Nadal. The physical requirements here tonight to back up from what was an incredibly draining semi-final.